And he's the real Lion King of Kings. He did what the Lion King of Kings does. It's Battle of Armageddon. I'm declaring I am God, and I'm setting it on Satan and his kingdom. And they worship Satan, but they didn't have the courage enough to stand on what they worship. Behind closed doors, they doing all of the sexual rituals. Behind closed doors, they raping and pillaging just like everybody else does now. And they're receiving worship from the people as the religious leaders. So now on a spiritual matter, he set it off. You call them your religious leader? Can they forgive sins? I forgive you of your sins. And they were too much of cowards to even accept the challenge. They wasn't going to say nothing. Because they know in their heart they ain't nothing. They know in their heart they deceiving the people. They know in their heart they fake. They con men. So to keep from being exposed, they didn't say anything. Yet you're receiving worship. Yet when he's not here, you telling the people you God. That's like these clowns around me. All my life, they told the world they my brethren. Cowards. And anybody doing business with them, birds of a feather flock together. If a coward and a snake and a fallen outcast devil comes to you and approaches you, and you don't have the holy spiritual discernment to rebuke the devil, then you claiming that you a bird of that feather. They knew they couldn't approach me with the garbage that they was on. They knew they couldn't approach my bride straight up and down. They knew that they couldn't say, yo, the desire of my heart is that she my bride. That's what a man would have done. But they knew then, just like they knew now, that they had no chance. So like the Pharisees, all while I'm going public, this is my bride. I've been praying for since I was 11 and she off the market. Public declaration, manhood, heir, king, dominion. What they do, they whisper, plot, scheme, speak to themselves. And then what he do? Same thing I started doing in 2014. I know what y'all whisper about in secret. I know what y'all do, how you do it, who you do it to. And since you too much of a coward to come out in public, because you know the public won't accept you. The public ain't down with the garbage that you on. And while you're trying to be quiet right now, I'm going to go public with exactly who you are. This is exactly what he did to them. Same thing I did in 2014, called Be Exposed. Because the word says, have nothing to do with the worthless deeds of darkness, but expose them. Nothing to do with anything that has anything to do with the worthless deeds of darkness. So he going to expose them, whispering to themselves. That's God. He going to read their thoughts and expose to the public what the cowards is saying. Knowing their thoughts, Michael Emmanuel said, why do you entertain evil thoughts in your hearts. Which is easier to say, your sins are forgiven, or to say, get up and walk? Which is easier to say? I forgive you of your sins. Which is more powerful to say? Which one proves that I'm God? Your sins are forgiven. But I want you to know that God's Son has authority on earth to forgive sins. I am God on earth right now. Everybody know Islam teach that the Messiah that came was not God. That's the main thing that they teach. This proves and puts all of the individuals teaching that garbage in the same group of individuals that lost their lives. And you got 2,000 years of the history here. He's declaring he is God because only God can forgive sins. And then he said, God's Son has authority on earth to forgive sins. Again, I'm God. Where y'all at? Where y'all at letting religious systems teach doctrine when it's opposite of what's actually in the book? Oh, because y'all don't read. Y'all ain't read the book. Twice he has declared that he is God right here in one chapter. 2 times. When he healed the man, when he told the man his sins are forgiven and healed him, then when they whispered to themselves, he like, you whispering about something. You whispering about a divine action from God himself.